That's very scary.
It's actually going to happen. It's weird.
Actually
We've been talking about this for months and months and months, and it seems like it's just all the adult meetings have been a whole lot of it.
We didn't know what it was going to be. We were like, is it going to be a job action? Is it going to be a strike? But they said that it's going to be a strike, and now we're at the point where he even said it. We don't know what's going to happen, so it's really likely that it's going to happen on Monday.
I mean, I read to a 5th grade class, and one of the students said to me, could you give my teacher back her contract so I can go on my field trip?
How do you feel that it's affected you?
I just feel like the teachers here at South, you know, don't care as much as they used to. When they had their contracts, it seems like they haven't been teaching as much, and they're more worried about their contracts than they are the students.
The home of the shrinking paycheck. Yeah.
As it comes down to Saturday, with only less than 48 hours before, you know, the strike would happen, it's looking likely that it may occur. You know, I think that, you know, come Saturday, if it comes into like, you know, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon and they still haven't come out with anything, you have to start wondering what could happen on Monday.
I don't want to look back and think like I was stressed out, I was worried about this. Like even from this year to last year, like I know they enjoyed their senior year, and I just want to be able to enjoy it.
Because I know we're not supposed to talk about it in class, which at first it frustrated me, like why shouldn't we be able to talk about this?
Yeah.
But then again, we're always talking about how it's ruining our education, so our classrooms should be for education, so we shouldn't talk about contracts in our classroom, which I agree with as long as there's another place for us to talk about it, but at this point there isn't, so I think we should be able to talk about the things, like we have no one to talk to about it.
How many votes does it take to get it done?
I think as far as the board, aldermen are concerned, is that finally their requirements that they wanted to see in the previous rejected agreements now have been met.
I did not negotiate this contract, and I'm on record that I think this is one of the dumbest contracts I've ever seen.
I really feel that teachers have a job, that they're the foundation of us. I mean, teachers teach education, and education, you need education wherever you go. And that's the foundation of a lot of things. And if we don't have that foundation in our community, what are our students and what are other people going to be like in the next few years? What type of atmosphere are we going to have in Nashua that once was the best place to live?
Is there any specific things that have been affected because the teachers won't have contracts?
The atmosphere is definitely more tense. People worried about not graduating on time. People are worried about the lack of extracurriculars that are available. Not everyone knows what's going on, but they don't really know where to get answers. We're not supposed to be talking about it in school.
It's like I've gone through my first 3 years of high school feeling like the teachers were always behind me 100% no matter what. But then as soon as this money issues came into the play, it feels like they've just kind of, the passion is missing.
So you don't think it affects students at all?
Absolutely not.
Well, how can we go about, because I know students have found it really hard to go to a source. What are some of our sources if we live in a sheltered world?
I'm not sure that you will go look for the source. You have to read the newspaper. You have to read more than one newspaper. Newspapers have biases. You haven't got time for that. You gotta just do your studies. That's what you ought to worry about. Don't worry about this peripheral stuff. You're overly worried about it. You're overly worried about it.